We begin tonight at 6 with a mom and her former boyfriend now headed to prison for the death of her baby daughter.
The disappearance and death of little Oakley Snow here in Indianapolis is a case that our Rich Nye has covered for more than 2 years now. And he joins us now live in studio to explain these plea agreements and now the sentences that will come with them. Rich?
Oakley Snow never made it to her second birthday. Her mother admitted that her boyfriend at the time repeatedly abused the baby girl before she died, and then they dumped her body. Madison Marshall was set to testify against her former boyfriend, Roan Waters, in a murder trial that was scheduled for early June. As part of a plea agreement, Marshall admitted in court that Waters repeatedly abused her baby daughter. The couple had taken 1-year-old Oakley Snow and her infant brother without permission from Oklahoma to Indianapolis in early 2023. They were staying at a trap house for using drugs on the south side of Indy. Marshall admitted she was in the house when Oakley suffered her fatal injury, that she saw blood coming from Oakley's mouth, and that she did not seek medical attention for her daughter. After Oakley died, the couple left her body in a dresser drawer in an abandoned house at the top of a hill in rural Morgan County. Waters reached a plea agreement this week to dismiss the murder charge. He instead pleaded guilty to neglect of a dependent resulting in death and 2 counts of neglect of a dependent. He will serve 45 years in prison. That's the maximum sentence on each count and equal to the minimum sentence for murder. Marshall pleaded guilty to neglect of a dependent resulting in death and neglect of a dependent. She will serve 25 years in prison. This case started with Oakley's father reporting her and her infant brother missing from Cromwell, Oklahoma in January 2023. Oakley died in February. Marshall and Waters left the baby boy with family and fled to Colorado after Oakley died. They later split up. Waters was arrested at a hotel in Colorado in March. Police eventually tracked down Marshall in North Carolina in April. She led police to Oakley's body 2 months after she died. Oakley's biological father did not want to comment today on the plea agreements. Madison Marshall and Roan Waters will formally receive their sentences together at a court hearing coming up June 13th.
Yeah, tough case, Rich. Yeah. Thank you. A Hamilton County teen will be charged as an adult for a deadly crash that killed a former football player at Hamilton Southeastern High School, Mason Alexander.
All of this comes after a judge heard hours of testimony yesterday, finally making a decision today. 18-year-old Trey Williams is accused of driving the car that swerved off the road before hitting a tree, bursting into flames, killing Mason Alexander. Police say the car swerved to avoid hitting another vehicle and then lost control. This case was originally sent to juvenile court because Williams was 17 at the time of the crash.
We spoke with the family of Mason Alexander today. They say this is only the beginning.
I think it was just a groundswell of support, and it's going to continue to be that until, again, this case is brought to a proper resolution.
To get to this point, prosecutors argued that Williams showed a lack of remorse after the crash. But the defense argued that Williams would be more likely to commit a crime in the future if he is sent to prison. An initial hearing in the case now is scheduled for Monday. Rob?
Well, we had some scattered showers and thunderstorms south of Indianapolis earlier. Temperatures rebounded, though, pretty quickly. We've got mid-70s for most of you, and the radar for now is quiet. But we do turn our attention to areas in the northwestern part of the state, areas in the region dealing with some scattered showers. I expect that this will move through for this evening, but I think you've got some travel time here before that arrives. So likely sometime after 8 o'clock or so, I think we'll start to see that move in. I think we will have a chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms. Not expecting severe weather, but some gusty winds couldn't be ruled out within some of those storms. That'll continue through about midnight, although some new data coming in that I just looked at suggests that maybe 2 or 3 in the morning we could see another batch of thunderstorms roll through. The takeaway here is that once we get all of this through tonight, then things can really change when we look ahead to tomorrow. So next couple of hours, I think overall pretty quiet, fairly nice. Temperatures into the 70s, expecting that chance for showers and storms through the rest of this evening and overnight. And then I'll be back in a bit to look at that beautiful weekend forecast.